Jai Shri Krishna. The story of Govindas Bhalla, a Kshatriya from Thaneshwar. A resident of the city of Thaneshwar, Govinddasji Bhalla belonged to the warrior class, a Kshatriya. He worked as an armed policeman in the service of the Muslim ruler of Thaneshwar. His upbringing, as well as his job, made him a very arrogant individual. Govinddasji was initiated as a Vaishnav along with a few others when Shri Mahaprabhuji visited Thaneshwar. He then asked what he should do as a Vaishnav. Shri Mahaprabhuji advised him to do Shriji-Sewa. Govinddasji knew that his wife would never agree to adopting Pushti Bhakti Marg and doing Shriji-Sewa, so he divorced her. He then approached Shri Mahaprabhuji to inform him about his situation and seek guidance about what to do with his wealth. Shri Mahaprabhuji advised him to divide the wealth into 4 equal parts and give 1 part to his wife, 1 part to offer to Srinathji Prabhu, and keep 2 parts to be used for his own Shriji-Sewa. Govindasji acted as per the advice. Then, to avoid further interactions with his ex-wife, he left town to live in the village of Mahavan in Vraj. Govindasji could not let go of his larger-than-life ego even after being a Vaishnav and doing Shriji-Sewa day after day. Being wealthier than other Vaishnavs around him, he started doing very elaborate seva, only to feel one-up on others. Thus, instead of being humbled by doing seva, Govindasji made seva a means to be more arrogant than ever before. Soon, Govindasji ran out of money. He began working at Srinathji temple atop Sri Girirajji. Being arrogant, he would neither mingle with other workers, sevaks, of the temple, nor would he accept any prasad. He would only seek alms from nearby villages in his spare time, do his own Shriji-Sewa, and have prasad only at his home. Shriji Baba was very unhappy with Govindasji's arrogant behavior, and he informed Shri Mahaprabhuji about it. Concerned about Shriji Baba's discomfort and displeasure, Shri Mahaprabhuji had a private chat with Govindasji about his attitude. Govindasji replied, "How can I take anything that belongs to Shriji? Prasad is made from groceries that belong to Shriji. I believe other sevaks commit sin by accepting Shriji's prasad, and so I don't mingle with them." Shri Mahaprabhuji said, "If that is how you feel, then join my group and have your meal with us." Govindasji replied, "Guruji, how can I take anything that belongs to my guru? As such, I should be offering you something. It does not work the other way around." Shri Mahaprabhuji realized that there's no way Govindasji would let go of his arrogant ways. So, he asked Govindasji to leave Srinathji temple and stop doing his own Shriji-Sewa too. Shri Mahaprabhuji banished Govindasji, only not to cause any further discomfort and displeasure Shriji Baba. Govindasji moved to the city of Mathura. He could not live without doing seva, so he began doing seva of Kshatriya Prabhu. Once, he had a very beautiful and comfortable bed made for Kshatriya Prabhu. The bed became so famous that Mathura's Muslim ruler desired to grab it for himself. He came to the temple and sat on the bed to test it for himself. Someone informed Govindasji about this episode. Raging with extreme anger, Govindasji came rushing to the temple to attack and kill the Muslim ruler because he insulted his god and defiled his god's sanctified bed in the temple. Soldiers accompanying the ruler, in turn, beheaded Govindasji. When Vaishnavs asked Shri Mahaprabhuji for the reason of Govindasji's such cruel death, unsuitable for a devout Vaishnav, he replied, "Govindasji was a devout Vaishnav, but he could never destroy his extreme arrogance and inseparable anger. His attitude caused his brutal and painful end." The moral of this story is that the Shriji-Sewa is a means to work on reducing our ego and possessiveness and ultimately destroying them altogether. Jai Shri Krishna.